Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Wilayah TV and welcome to our program The Keys of Life, where we discuss important matters about our everyday lives. Today I want to discuss a new topic, and this topic is forgiveness. Forgiveness is an attribute which must exist in every human, because if we cannot forgive, we cannot live. We cannot continue to live. And especially in our hadiths and in our narrations, we are encouraged to give forgiveness, to be forgiving. If you are not forgiving, it holds you back in life. If, for example, there is an event which upset you or somebody upset you and you are unable to forgive it, you keep thinking about it, you reminisce about it. It keeps you awake at night. You think about how it was said, why it was said, how you should have reacted. But if you forgive somebody's injustice towards you or somebody's rude words towards you, then you can easily sleep peacefully at night and move on. Go forward in your life. Forget it. It's not important. Forgiveness is an important trait and it's encouraged in Islam because it helps you live a healthy life. Not being able to forgive someone gives you stress, keeps you awake at night. It gives you an unhealthy stomach, unhealthy bowel movements, and this is not good for you. So you need to make sure that not only scientifically, biologically is it damaging to you, but health-wise, soul-wise, it's also damaging. So we need to make sure that we are forgiving people and we are encouraged to forgive. In the Quran, we are told in verse 237 of chapter Al-Baqarah, وَأَن تَعْفُوا أَقْرَبُ لِلتَّقْوَى. To forgive is nearer to piety. So forgiveness is a trait of the truly pious. And we see it in pious people. We see pious people forgiving things maybe you would not forgive, maybe I would not forgive. The more pious you are, the more forgiving you are. And we see it in our imams. This is what made people attracted to them. This is what made people come towards them, towards the Prophet. However people treated him, he forgave them. And by forgiving them, he attracted people. And he became more and more pious. So if you want to get closer to Allah and closer to piety, you must learn to forgive people. You must learn to forget what somebody said to you, to forget how somebody acted towards you. We have a hadith from the Prophet that he told a man called Aqaba, do you want me to tell you of the best akhlaq, the best character of the people of the world and the hereafter? And the Prophet ﷺ explains to him, stay close to one who wishes to stay far from you. So somebody who pushes you away, you try to pull them in. That's very difficult to do if you think about it. Somebody's saying, I don't want to speak to you, I don't want to see you. You're like, no, I'd like to see you. I'd like to speak to you. The second is give to the one who deprives you. If somebody deprives you of love, deprives you of kindness, you give it to them. You give them love. You give them kindness. And forgive one who commits an injustice against you. If somebody commits something against you, an injustice, forgive it, because it is the way of the Ahlul Bayt. It is the way of our prophets. And remember, the people, the forgiving people in the hereafter, they are labeled the people of virtue, and they enter heaven. And because they have forgiven the sins or the injustices of people against them, Allah will be easy in forgiving them for their sins also. Now, for instance, we also have another story where a Christian man, came to Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam, and he told him, Ismuka Baqar, is your name Baqar? Which is cow, which is very disrespectful. And Imam al-Baqir said, no, it's not Baqar, it's Baqir. And then he told him, I hear that your mother is a cook, in a distasteful way. And the Imam alayhi salam said, cooking is not a shameful thing, and it is a skill to be able to cook. This Christian man then told him, I also heard that your mother had dark skin and she had a bad mouth. This means she said bad words and talked in a bad way. Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam told him, if this is true, then may Allah forgive my mother. And if it is not true, then may Allah forgive you. Upon hearing this, the Christian man became Muslim because he saw that however much he insulted Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam, Imam al-Baqir forgave him and continued to listen to him. You must understand, personally, me, if somebody insults me, I might stop listening to them. I might turn away from them. But Imam al-Baqir forgave this man, so he was able to listen to him to continue speaking. And his forgiveness enabled this man to become a Muslim. So the reward for forgiveness isn't only a reward in the hereafter, it's reward in this world also. And we want to get as much reward as we can in the hereafter and in this world. If your forgiveness can help someone to become more religious, help someone to become a better person, then you've changed somebody's life. You've changed the way somebody thinks, and that's very important and very precious and very valuable. Thank you for listening to this program. Inshallah, tune in for our next program. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.